two consecutive numbers are such that the sum of thrice the smaller and twice the larger is 17. The question asked is to find the correct to three significant figures. The smaller number as a percentage of the sum of the two numbers. So this is the question I would like to answer now. Solution to this. Remember when we said consecutive, it means one after another. So I'll start by saying let x be the smaller. If x is the smaller number among the two numbers, the smaller one is x, I let it to be x. And the two numbers are consecutive from the question. So it implies the larger one is now going to be x plus 1. Just add 1 to the smaller one, it will give you the next one. The question says thrice the smaller add to the twice the larger, the answer will be 17. So I'm going to use this to form our equation. 3 times the smaller added to 2 times the larger, the answer will be 17. So I'm going to have something like this. 3x meaning 3 times the smaller plus 2 into x plus 1. X plus 1 is the larger, so I multiply it by 2. These two results, it will give me 17 after adding. So I'll continue. I'm trying to get the smaller number, that is the value of x. So if I continue expanding this bracket, I now have 2 times x, which is 2x, 2 times 1, which is 2. So in the end I have 3x plus 2x plus 2 equals to 17. Collecting like terms give 5x equals to 15. The 2x and the 3x added give answer 5x. This 2 shifted to the right hand side becomes 17 minus 2, it will be 15. So I'll continue. So dividing both sides by 5 now will give me x as 3. So 3 is the smaller number. So I'm going to use it to find the larger because the two numbers are consecutive. And here we said the larger, it will be x plus 1. So I'll simply get 4 after adding 1 to 3. That will be the larger number. But the question asked is to find the correct to three significant figures. The smaller number as a percentage of the sum of the two numbers. So I have to get the sum of the two numbers. Then I'll get the percentage of the smaller in relation or in respect to the sum of the two numbers. So percentage will now be equals to the smaller number, which is 3, divided by the sum of the two numbers, which is 3 plus 4. 4 is the larger while 3 is the smaller. So 3 over sum of the two numbers times 100% will give me the percentage of the smaller to the sum of the two numbers. So I'll continue. I'll have 3 over 7. 7 is from 3 add to 4, meaning sum of the two numbers, then times 100%. I multiply this, I'll get 42.857%. But the question demanded me to give my answer to 3 significant figures. So I have to approximate this value to 3SF. 4, 2, 8. Remember we count 1, 2, 3, then look at the next. So this will give answer 42.9%. So by this I have answered this question. So let me get the marking scheme according to the Waec. The marking scheme for this, it's like this, meaning the mark distribution. I have first the method mark, that is M1 mark, 1 mark for the method, where I get the equation, the correct equation, meaning you change that 3 thrice times smaller added to twice this larger is 17. Where you write that equation correctly, you have 1 method mark. Solving that correctly to get the size of the smaller number, that is 3, you have another mark A1, the accuracy mark, and finding the percentage of the smaller to the sum of the two numbers is another method mark M1. Look at it, and the final result after approximating to 3SF correctly you have 42.9%, you have another accuracy mark. So this gives a total of 4 marks. This is the mark allocated to this question in the Waec marking scheme.